Hello everybody, Senpai here with my game character again. I figured with what I'm currently with me organizing my area at home, I figured this would be best to do this video this way, and next time maybe I'll be personally on personally, but I don't know for sure. But for now, I'm just gonna start off. I'm gonna be talking about in this video. I'll be talking about chapters 1000 to 1039, and that's everything from 2021 to the present. So the first chapter of last year was chapter 1000. Alright, now these chapters, now I'm gonna be, this could be a kind of like a bridge version. I'm not gonna go into too detail, at least not until we get closer to what's going on right now. But I'm gonna just start off real quick to say that 2021 was the year the Straw Hats beat the members of Kaido's crew, except Luffy. Luffy's the only one left to finish this fight against Kaido himself. Now, the first few chapters from 1000 to 1003, we deal with Luffy, Zoro, Law, Kid, and Killer fighting against Big Mom and Kaido. And they all just, and you know, this was really interesting. Back when I was going through it, it was awesome seeing all these five fight these two emperors. Although, if you ask me, I'd say Big Mom shouldn't even be part of this arc, but I mean, it is what it is. And then when we get to 1003, things kind of start to change up a little bit. We cut over to a room inside somewhere in Kaido's area, or Orochi's area. I'm not really sure. Well, I'd say it's probably Kaido's. And members of CP0 is basically going over this game board, figuring out, and they're using this board to determine like how many people are on each side of Kaido's crew and the Alliance. Now, right at this point, there's 27,000 on Kaido's forces and Orochi's, and then there's 5,000 on the Alliance, which is obviously a huge difference. That's like a 6-to-1 ratio almost. And this whole area ends with Kaido changing into his hybrid form, which we don't see right away. It's just in silhouette. Then in 1004, we go back to where Sanji's dealing with Black Maria, and the Straw Hats dealing with different parts of the battle. Then we see a character in silhouette. I'd say it's a woman. I'm guessing it's Hiyori. I mean, But it's interesting if how she would even be there. And some people are thinking it's probably Toki, but I don't think it's Toki. I mean, it's not impossible, but I just find it unlikely. Then Sanji calls out for Robin's help, and Robin and Brooke show up, and that's a pretty good moment for Robin. It's honestly all the Straws have amazing moments in this arc and during this battle. And Sanji, as he's leaving, he's acted tough, saying, "Oh, for some reason he can't see himself winning," which the reason's obvious because he won't hit women, and which, you know, that's the whole thing. It's probably gonna be the death of him someday. And Yamato has Momonosuke have him hide in her clothes while she and Shinobu leave out to go fight themselves out because they were backed into a room. Yeah, it looks like they didn't have a whole lot of space, so they just had to charge out. And then we cut to Jack a little bit, and I'm not gonna really talking about a whole lot about Jack because he's a bit disappointing, honestly, in my opinion. I mean, so many people hyped up Jack, and he's nothing special if you ask me. And then we see Black Maria kind of wielding I forget what that weapon is, but it's I think it's something from like hell or whatever. But I can't remember the name of the weapon. And on her back a thing that says "Woman Trouble," which, you know, I think there was actually a reason for that, and I can't quite remember at this point because, you know, my mind is mostly on what's going on in the more current chapters. Then we go back. Then we go to Hyogoro and all the people in the party room, or what was that room? The performance floor. My bad. Well, it's kind of a party room, so I mean, I'm not entirely off. So on the performance floor, we see all the people there. They're all changing because of Queen's little attack. And we see Marco actually fighting against Queen and King. And the Chopper has a funny moment where he goes into his monster form and smacks Queen, saying that he's not a raccoon dog. He's very irritated at that point, and we see so many people covering their mouths in response to this, realizing that they've been thinking that they've been calling Chopper a raccoon dog this whole time. They don't want to be hit too. So that was really hilarious. Then we see the Akazaya 9 all recovered from the treasure repository. and they see what looks to be like Odin, but this is obviously Kanjuro in disguise, that freaking little filthy traitor. And then the Akazaya confront Orochi, and they each, I think they each cut off one of his heads. So he should only have like one head left. Honestly, I wish he would just, when he got that one head cut off from Kaido, I thought Orochi was dead, but so many people were saying, no way, Orochi's not dead yet, and I was so sure he was, and well, it looks like everyone was right that he was alive, but now it looks like with all these heads being cut off here, he's gotta have only one left. Unless if he can regenerate, and hopefully he can't regenerate. I mean, I don't recall if he can regenerate them. And then we see Raizo go up against Fukurokuju. While the battle on the rooftop is still going on. And Big Mom gets knocked off the rooftop. Unfortunately, no, that's not the end of her. I wish it was, though. I mean, Big Mom has actually fallen many times at this point. And then we see, and the battle continues between, against Kaido, and looks like, I think just Luffy and Zoro. And Luffy just uses his Conqueror's Haki from his foot to deflect Kaido's Kanabo. I think that weapon's called Kanabo. And he has an awesome hit. So yeah, this is a pretty good fight. Now, Big Mom actually comes back up to the rooftop, where we see she has created a new homie called Hera. And it's basically a replacement for Zeus. And then here, Kid and Killer are knocked down. They confront Hawkins. And Killer decides to take on Hawkins himself, and so Kid goes on to chase it back after Big Mom after falling. And Tama, Usopp, and Nami actually run into Big Mom. Well, Big Mom was actually being nice to Tama because shoot better and all that stuff. So obviously there's just an ulterior motive, and she's only nice to people who feed her. And then she, Big Mom, punches out page 1 right in front of Ulti, and Ulti is, of course, triggered by this. She's always triggered by pretty much everything, I mean. But it's fun watching Ulti. It's fun watching her deal with her Pepe being, punched up or whatever. Oh, and I guess I forgot here. Sanji encounters Law and Zoro, so yeah, I guess at this point Luffy's alone on the rooftop against Kaido, and Sanji is carrying Zoro all bandaged up like a big cross, kind of like from the one anime, the one character, I forget the name, but it's, if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Maybe I'll show an image to explain what I'm talking about here. And Zoro is just there, just sleeping while Sanji's fighting through everything in that, while being all bandaged up. And Nami, being who she is, I just, I love Nami. She's trying to encourage Big Mom and Ulti, and trying to get on one of their side, and it's just not working, and she just they always tell her that she'd be next. So it's just funny with Nami's reaction. But then Nami has a pretty good moment, another good moment since chapter 995, where she had the whole loyalty thing for Luffy. And, Ulti punches or slaps Tama, and then Nami, being the protective person she is, she smacks Ulti pretty good. Okay, sorry, I got a little bit of a distraction there. As I was saying, though, yeah, Nami had a really good blow against Ulti. I think she just hit her with the contact. Yeah. And probably, yeah, and well, I guess hit her with one of her. Yeah, I guess she got hit her with some lightning. And that was pretty cool. And then Nami proceeds to use her Tornado Tempo against Ulti, but I guess she just had a couple lucky hits because Ulti's not affected. But Big Mom uses a Mazer Cannon as a combination attack from, I think, Hera and Yeah, Hera, Napoleon. Well, Hera, Napoleon, and Prometheus. And launches attack that she calls a major cannon, and it goes right through Ulti, which does not completely take her out, which is kind of surprising. Although it looks like she's out here. And then we see Zeus again. And Nami's just not pleased because he basically betrayed her. And they're just running, I guess they're running away from Big Mom now at this point. And Zeus now actually makes a decision to actually defend Nami after being told he's not needed anymore. Yeah, Zeus decides to defend Nami after being told by Big Mom. And before Zeus could even do anything, Big Mom just grabs him and basically feeds him to Hera. And Nami sends out one last effort to try to help out Zeus, because I guess she's just not willing to just let him be devoured or go away that way. And then Kid comes barging in to deal with Big Mom. While Kid's barging in to deal with Big Mom, Luffy falls from the rooftop, just like how Big Mom did. And that's chapter 1013. So I got another 20 some chapters to go. 26 actually. And while all the fighting is going on, Sanji starts to use Zoro as a weapon. And Zoro is actually asleep, so he's not affected by this. Sanji gives Zoro over to Chopper to heal him. While the Akazaya are dealt like a pretty bad blow against Kaido, because I guess they were encountering him again. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I'm just trying to do I'm giving you like a quick abridged version of this, and we'll see how this goes in editing. How much of this I cut and how much of it I keep. Oh, and here, finally we get the confrontation between Yamato and Kaido. So that was interesting. Then we cut back to CP0, and some of Kaido's forces has defected over to the Alliance side, because now the whole thing is 20,000 to 7,000. So the odds are getting better for the Alliance side, but they're still heavily outnumbered. Oh, and I guess Zeus has merged with Nami's climate attack at this point. And then Nami. Okay, yeah, this is the first Straw Hat victory in Wano. Nami defeats Ulti with Zeus's help. So that was really cool. It's been a while since Nami took got a win from the fight. So that's one of the Tobiropo down. So the other Straw Hats still have battles to fight and battles to win at this point. And I guess Yamato and Kaido are clashing both with their Conqueror's Haki. And I think some people are upset that so many people here seem to be having Conqueror's Haki. But if you actually look at every person that actually has Conqueror's Haki, there are really not that many. And they're all in the new world. Well, except for one, I believe. And Tama uses her abilities with the Devil Fruit and gets all the people from the Smiles to switch sides. And meanwhile, Law's crew has pulled Luffy out of the water and are reviving him. I guess Chopper changes into a baby geezer form. That's freaking hilarious. It's funny. I'm curious to see how that's going to actually look in the anime, because here in the manga it doesn't really look much like a baby geezer. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see how things are. Or wait a minute, yeah, I guess. Oh yeah, he shrunk quite a bit. Never mind. Oh, yeah, he's in the hands of a mink here, so I guess he did get a lot smaller. And Jinbei is now fighting against Who's Who. Yeah, I'm honestly surprised. I remembered some of his name because, he doesn't really pop up much. But we do learn that he was part of CP9. I think the manga corrected this. It says here it was 12 years ago, but I think it was corrected to be 13 years ago. So, I think that was the case. And they were after the Gum Gum fruit at that point, so I guess Shanks stole it from Who's Who all those years ago. Thanks to Tama's abilities, the numbers have changed from down to 16,000 to 16,000 to 9,000. Sorry. And Jinbei continues his battle against Who's Who. And then they bring up the sun god Nika. I'm not going to go too much in detail here with all this stuff because I'm just trying to get through this, get to the present time. So, I'll probably talk about the sun god Nika and probably specifically in another video. I think Jinbei actually now defeats Who's Who here. So that's another member of Tobiropo down. And Luffy makes a recovery here. And Zoro's still being treated. And Frankie... Okay, yeah. Who's defeated, and now Frankie's fighting against Sasaki, I think. And I forgot that this was the thing, but Sasaki uses the thing on that the shield for the Triceratops to fly as a helicopter. That was a really... That's just hilarious. Okay, yeah, here Yamato changes into her hybrid form. Which, the whole thing about her devil fruit is basically, like in Japanese culture, it's like the guardian of Japan. So people are saying, she'll stay behind and defend Wano, but I think her fighting against her own father here and defeating the Beast Pirates, I think that would be sufficient enough to defend Wano. And then she could join Luffy's crew, because I really wanted to join Luffy's crew. And heck, there was even that thing recently. Actually, it's been about, I think it's been a couple months now, where they had a voice actor be revealed, and I don't think they would do that if Yamato wasn't to be important for future arcs. Okay, and as a side note, Sasaki was actually defeated, so now Robin is going to be fighting against Black Maria, while Yamato is still fighting against Kaido, which they do a yin and yang thing here for their attack. So that's actually kind of cool. And Robin actually sees illusions of her mom and Professor Clover and Saul. and they were actually in disguise from the numbers. So Robin takes out 3 of the numbers here. Kunyun, or wait a minute. Oh wait a minute. That's just one member. That's just one of the numbers she defeats here. But she defeats 2 people who had smile fruits. And Brook actually decides to take on them himself while Robin deals with Black Maria, who is in her spider form, by the way. Which is kind of a freaky thing to be. It's an ancient spider. Oh, and here's where Zoro and Sanji are considered to be the wings of the King of the Pirates, or at least Sanji is. And since Sanji is, I'm pretty sure that's targeted towards Zoro. And at this point, Luffy's recovered and he's asking Momonosuke to turn to a dragon and fly him up back to Onigashima, which is at this point is flying over, I think it's over mainland Wano at this point, or at least it's getting very close right now. And this is kind of interesting. Robin turns into a demon form and defeats Black Maria, and puts her into a lock, and ooh, that looks really, really painful. So yeah, Black Maria is definitely out. She's not recovering from that anytime soon. And Brook defeats the girls that were with Black Maria. And this is quite interesting. Momonosuke asks Shinobu to use her ripe abilities to turn him into an adult. Now, I'm kind of thinking, even if Momonosuke even with Momonosuke as an adult, he's still gonna be a child in mind, because the only thing that's gonna change is his body. So we still haven't really seen the full results of that. And well, I'll get to that when I get to it. All the Tobiropo now are defeated. And Raizo is still fighting against Fukurokuju. Meanwhile, Killer is fighting Hawkins. Now we finally get to see Zoro and Sanji both start their fight against King and Queen. This was unexpected for me when I saw this. I didn't think that we would see Zoro and Sanji fight against King and Queen together. But I guess at this point it only makes sense. We actually see a big dragon Momonosuke. We don't see Momonosuke as an adult, but we do see a slight flashback where Shinobu's reaching out to him in tears, saying he looks just like, and it's just ... and it's implied that he looks just like Oden. So that's gonna be kind of weird though, because Hiyori looks a lot like Toki, and Momonosuke now looks like Oden. So that's gonna be kind of weird, because those two are siblings, while Oden and Toki were married. So this is gonna be kind of weird to see, for me at least. I don't know if anyone else is thinking the same thing, but I think it's weird. So yeah, Momonosuke is now physically 28, although it's just physically. Mentally, he's still 8 years old. Then we learn more about Yamato's past with some of the samurai who probably go off to their deaths. And yeah, Yamato is still fighting against Kaido. All these fights against Kaido, he's got to be getting worn down at this point. But he still seems to be unaffected, but he's got to be wearing down a little bit. I guess Momonosuke, since he's got like a fear of flying or heights or whatever, he's just got his eyes shut while he's going back up to Onigashima. And he finally opened his eyes though. Now we finally see something from Luffy that we've never seen before. He and Kaido both land blows against each other with their Conqueror's Haki, and they split the skies just like so many others before them, or few others. Only people who are on Emperor level are able to do that. So like Roger and the four emperors, they've all displayed that ability. Oh yeah, I guess Inuarashi is fighting against Jack and Nakamushi defeated Perospero. Momonosuke and Yamato go down below Onigashima, and they start try to stop Onigashima from flying over the flower capital. And oh yeah, Zoro and Sanji are separated along with King and Queen. So Zoro's now fighting against King, and Sanji is fighting Queen. And King's helmet gets damaged. And we go back to CP0, and Kaido's army is now at 12,000. The Alliance is at 8,000. So the numbers are almost equal now. And I guess apparently Lucci is delivering orders back. I don't think he's actually giving the orders. I think he's just relaying the orders. And they want to get Robin back, so I'm just hoping that this is not a repeat of Water 7 Enies Lobby, because I just don't want a repeat of that. It's just freaking stressful already. And okay, now Sanji's dealing with Queen, who now, on top of being like a brachiosaur, he's also a snake. And Sanji's DNA starts to kick in. He starts to recover himself, which Sanji does not like, because he doesn't want to turn into a monster like his brothers. And Sanji actually runs away. And Killer defeats Hawkins. And Drake confronts Apu with some of the numbers here. I guess Kanjuro creates this being called Kazumbo. As his last effort to defeat Yakuza. Sorry about that. All this talking is just making me yawn here. You know, we actually have Kid and Law fighting against Big Mom, doing some of their most powerful abilities against her. Can't wait for Big Mom to finally be defeated. I mean, this is not even her arc. She should have been defeated back at Whole Cake, honest, if you ask me. Now Sanji destroys his raid suit canister and asks Zoro to kill him if he's not himself next time they see each other. To which Zoro agrees to, but tells him not to die before then. You know, Yamato tries to go after, is trying to get down to the weapons of Onigashima before the Kazumbo does. And now Orochi is reunited with his precious, beloved Komurasaki, which Komurasaki is obviously Hiyori. So, but I just wonder how she got up there. Still don't know that. Now, Sanji actually finishes battle against Queen. on chapter 1035. Well, 1034 technically, but now we see King's face, which King's face is not quite what I expected. I expected him to look very different than he does. But now King is also defeated. By the way, if you guys noticed the theme by now, after me talking for, it's been like over an hour at this point. Let's see if I can cut this down a lot. A lot of this stuff is mostly just fighting. There's some reveals. I'm just so I don't make this video to be longer than it really needs to be, I'm skipping over some of the more detailed story beats, and if you guys want to know more about that, I will make another video talking about all those things. But now Izo appears again and helps the Akazaev. And Raizo still fighting against Fukurokuju. And it seems Luffy and Kaido are now having fun fighting. Zunisha actually makes an appearance now after we catch up to what's going on with the five elders and the world government, because they are going towards Wano. And I guess there's some devil fruit that was erased from history, at least the true name of it, and it's implied that Zunisha has that devil fruit, so I'm curious to know what that is. And now Zoro has an encounter with Death. Death as in the actual Grim Reaper. And both Yamato and the Kazumbo gets down to the weapons facility. And Yamato's trying to stop that stuff from happening, from exploding. While Kid and Law are giving them their all against Big Mom. And now I'm on chapter 1039. So since now this is chapter 1039, I'll go a little more detailed here with what's going on. It's titled Top Billing. And it starts off with Momonosuke pulling Onigashima away from the mainland Wano. and Kid and Law are arguing back and forth about who's going to attack and who's not the opening act or whatever. And Big Mom uses her devil fruit, her soul powers, to heal her broken arm. Which, I mean, that's got to take a toll. I mean, she's using her own soul energy to heal herself. And she creates this Mazer Saber. Again. And Kid assigns letters for magnetic south and north poles, I suppose. And Big Mom uses more of her soul energy to create something called Misery, I guess. But now, like, Law uses his powers and just runs his sword. I guess it looks like it just pierces right through Onigashima and right down into the planet. So it looks like this might be the end for Big Mom. And it's create like a, it looks like you create a big crater there. And Kid forms a weapon of, again, looks like some kind of bazooka, some kind of gun of whatever. And fires it, and that's it. Looks like Kid Law might have actually finally defeated Big Mom. So oh boy, that was a lot. I'm going to try and cut this down to a reasonable length. It's an hour and 20 minutes. Let's see what I can get this down to. But now, chapter 1040 comes out, at this point, comes out tomorrow. And I'll try to get this video up tonight. I have a lot to do with work, so let's see if I can get this video uploaded. I meant to have this video done before today, you know, stuff, but I had the funeral, which was definitely not very fun. But I would definitely like if you could, if you would like and subscribe for this video, and if you would leave some comments down, tell me what you think about this video. If you think I should do this kind of stuff more often, let me know. And I'm going to start doing week by week videos now for One Piece. I just got to get this video uploaded, and chapter 1040 will be its own video. So even if I don't get this video up by the time I read chapter 1040, 1040 will be its own video, and this will be separate. So look forward to that. And I guess I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.